Hello everyone and welcome back to MX Gaming Reviews. I am of course Phoenix, and when I started out with actually working on my channel doing Star Trek reviews, my very first review was the Solanae Dyson Science Ship Destroyer. Needless to say, that review was horrible. Listening to it, all you can hear is and it didn't flow well. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. And I think it has like over 1,000, maybe 2,000 views, which, you know, for a horrible review, that's amazing. I couldn't believe it. Anyways, I've been meaning to go back and redo it, or at least do a second part on it, because it was poorly done. When I first started, I was writing out scripts so you could hear me kind of read it off. I was very monotone, still am. And you could tell I was reading off a sheet of paper. It was the only way I could organize my thoughts. As you can tell, now I kind of just do it as ad lib. I do a lot better. My own personal opinion. I know there's a lot of things I can work on. Anyways, getting back on track, I wanted to redo the Solanae Dyson Sphere ship. I wanted to do a second part to it. Excuse me for a moment. So shortly after they released the Dyson ship pack, I ended up going out and actually buying. Excuse me. That's something in my chest here. Anyways, I want to do a second part. So when they came out with the pack, I purchased the entire pack. So all 9 ships. So one for the 3 for the Federation, 3 for the Romulan, and 3 for the Klingons. So I have all 9, and I plan on doing a review of the other ones as soon as I can. I actually have to, plug away at my Klingon character and at my Romulan character as well. Anyways, that being said, I'm going to be doing the Federation side again. So let's go, and hopefully it's actually in the ship requisition, so we can look at the stats and we can look at the different types of ships. Alright, and let's see here. It should be Vice Admiral. Long range. Very slow. There we go. Alright, so I still have the original on this character, the one that you had to gain all the marks and whatnot, or the culminations with for the Q event that was going on. So I managed to get that one, and that was the ship I did my very first review on. So here's the 3 that we have. I'm going to be doing the Dyson Surveillance Science Destroyer. This is the Helios skin, if I do recall. There's 3 different skins. Logging into my other computer here just to make sure I get all the information correct. There we go. Okay, so let's see here. Yes, that is the Helios. So this is probably the true science ship there is. So let's see here. For bridge officers, I think the bridge officer seating is, it's all the same for all 3. possibly all 4. I would have to double check that one. But for bridge officers, you get an ensign tactical, a commander tactical, which it becomes either commander tactical or lieutenant commander tactical, depending on which mode you go with. If you go with the science mode, it's a lieutenant commander. If you go into the tactical mode, it's a commander. Just for future references. Then you get a lieutenant engineering, and then you get a commander science. So in regular mode, in this mode, the best piece to show you is when you see this gap, it's in science mode, so that you get the commander. Once this is closed and you don't see this opening here, this gap, then you get the lieutenant commander science, and then you have a lieutenant universal station. The biggest difference that you can really see is in the consoles. So for the surveillance, you get 2 engineering, 3 tactical, and 5 science. So I'm using this one just because 3 of the science are going to be taken up with all 3 consoles, and I'll go over that in my layout. So go into the stats. In the 4 you get, it says 4, but it's actually 3 plus 1, because the was it? Let me get the correct here. The Solanae dual heavy proton cannons. They don't come off the ship. You cannot take them off the ship. You cannot move them. You can't add them to other Solanae Dyson Sphere ships. You get the one, and that's it. So it's 3 plus 1 in the front. Aft weapons is 3. Base hull of 31,350. A shield modifier of 1.46. Base crew of 400. Base turn rate of 12. Impulse modifier of 0.16. Inertia rating of 50. You get 3 device slots, and this is a science. So let's see here. I'll see. Here's interesting. There's actually a discrepancy. So in the description box, it says shield modifier of 1.43, but on the bottom, underneath the stats here, it says 1.46. So I know it's 0.03, difference, but it's still a discrepancy. There's still something, not completely right about it. So anyways, continuing on, you get plus 15 auxiliary subsystem. You get the sensor analysis. Which one? Let me look at the sensor analysis. So you get beam target auxiliary subsystems, beam target weapon subsystems, beam target engine subsystems, and beam target shield systems. So each one of those will gain present a penalty to your enemy if you use one of those. You get a secondary deflector slot. Now, I know they were supposed to update that with. I was under the impression it was supposed to be all science vessels. Apparently, that's not the case at this point, anyways. Maybe that was an idea that they were going to look at, and then they decided not to go with it. I'll have to look a little further into that. But anyways, you do get 2 deflectors with this ship. You get, when this goes into tactical mode, it disables the secondary deflector, sensor analysis, and subsystem targeting. You get minus 15 auxiliary power, but you gain plus 15 power, plus turn rate, plus flight speed, plus inertia, and you get to use the Solanae dual heavy proton cannons. So if you're in science mode, you don't get to use the cannons at all. Well, I shouldn't say that. You don't get to use the proton cannons. You can still use cannons on this ship, and you can still, fire away. Actually, I do have other cannons on this particular ship. So you can use other cannons, but you don't get to use the other weapons. So moving on to the strategic, this one is more geared towards engineering. And which skin model is this one? This is the Omega variant. So with consoles you get 3 engineering, 3 tactical, and 4 science. So this one's probably one of the more balanced versions. I'm just going with this one because, like I said, for console slots, I'm taking up 3 with the consoles from all 3, and then plus my field generators on there. So that's the only reason why. So anyways, so that's that one. And then let's just see here. Yeah, no, okay. And then this one is the Montgomery variant, and this is the reconnaissance. So this one you get 2 engineering and 4 tactical and 4 science. So this is more of a tactical science type vessel. So, but like I said, probably for console wise, the more rounded one would be the Omega variant, because it seems more balanced with the 3 engineering, 3 tactical, and then you get the 4 science, which is kind of to be expected to get the extra, science console on a science type class vessel. I think the biggest discrepancy or issue that I have with this is it's a science destroyer. 2 things that to me should not be in the same sentence. Science destroyer. Science, is not looking out to destroy things. It's looking to enlighten people and gain knowledge. The Dyson's destroyer would probably be more of a tactical type vessel, not a science vessel. So I think this is grossly I can't even think of the word. It's not named properly. That's for sure. And so, I think that's my biggest beef right there, is that it is called a destroyer when it's a science vessel. Science vessels are, yes, they have weapons, but most of the time those weapons are there to defend themselves, not destroy an enemy. They're not warships like the Defiant class or the Patrol Escort or the Advanced Escort or anything like that. Those ships are meant for war. They're meant to go and fight. But anyways, that's just, I think that's my biggest issue with. Now moving on to the designs of the ship. As I previously said in my last review on the Dyson ships, they have a feel of they say it's after the what is it? The Avenger battle cruiser. Yeah, the Avenger battle cruiser. I don't really see the battle cruiser aspect of it. I do see similarities to the long-range science vessel. I see a lot of that, but I also see, where is it? Which ship am I looking for? Let's take out science completely, and that'll help me a lot better. I see similarities to the Star Cruiser. This is the fleet one, so kind of looks like a humpback whale, to be honest. No. Maybe if I go to lower half, there we go. There. Yeah, I see a lot of similarities to the Star Cruiser as well. I'm just trying to find one. Yeah, this would actually, Sentinel would probably be. Yeah. So I see some similarities between this and the long-range science vessel. So, but anyways, the skin or the texture kind of looks a lot like Eve from Wall-E. If you guys haven't seen that movie, it's a cute movie, really well done. I like it, for a kids movie. Anyways, Eve is the one that's looking for plant life on the planet, ends up finding it, and she's pretty much all white with with a black face and whatnot. Anyways, this one doesn't really represent that much, but the other ones sort of do. Anyways, you got the layered look on the on the top here. Not so much on the bottom, but you do see a little bit in some cases. I see more grooves than I do a layered section here. Oops. In the middle there, I think that's supposed to be the secondary deflector dish. The top here, you got this very long bridge type. Looks like they kind of got like a little bit of fins here with the saucer section. And this is the biggest deflector dish I've probably seen here. It's huge. It looks like a cup shape in a sense. I'm not sure how else to describe that. Hull wise or body wise, pretty flat. Some ups and downs in layering and stuff like that. And then pylons are out. They don't sweep forward or backwards, they're just out. And then this is where I get the Wall-E feel, is with the nacelles here. The way that they're shaped, the texture, and almost the color. If it was more dark or black, this is what almost reminds me of Eve from Wall-E. Is pretty much the warp nacelle. Weird analogy, I know it, but for me that's just the way it visually looks to me. So that's the Helios variant. Now this is the Omega. So this one, very similar. It just has. Oh, just wanted to go back to that. It's very, very faint, and I don't know if you can see it on this one. I'll go into the whatchamacallit, ship customization, and I'll show you. But there's sort of a pattern here, and you can see it more on here. But this pattern is a lot different. So, and you get more. I guess more color. It's not really color, but yeah. More shading and more what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not really too sure, but you get a lot less hull or white texture. You get more of the black, and you get the kind of the purple lighting here. Pretty much everything is the same. The deflector, in a sense, is a different design. Doesn't have those 4 bars. It has this one big one with a center dot, and then you have the secondary deflector that's kind of split in 2. It's pretty much the same ship, just different texture, which is kind of, I don't know. To me, that kind of defeats the purpose of having multiple ships. And then like what's the point in having it if you're just gonna have the same kind of ship? Really, there's not much difference. There really isn't much difference here either. I think there's probably more of the black, and the color is blue where the lights are. The secondary reflector is pretty much the same. The main deflector is a little bit different. Instead of a circle, it's got a nice little line through the middle here between these two pieces. You know, like just, you know, like there's small little things. I think they just came up with 3 different designs, 3 or 4. I'm gonna say 4 because there's the regular Solanae Science Destroyer design, and so I think they came up with like 4 different designs, and they're like, okay, well, we like these 4, but we can't decide which one we want to go with, so let's go with all 4. We'll go with the one, you know, we'll go with this kind of plain one and standard one that you get with when you do the combinations and you get the marks and stuff like that, and then we're going to release 3 different ones, and we're going to give them different variants and blah blah blah. So there was, like, I mean, there's almost no real thought that went into really designs. You know, they just slapped different textures on it and said, that works. So anyways, so that's it for the designs. Actually, you know what? Let me go take. It's kind of going to be a horrible look at it, but this is the original here. So this is the one I did the original thing on. Let's see if, you know what? Let's go into the customization. All right. So there's that. Okay, so this is the regular Solanae design that they gave us when you got the ship with the marks. I really don't like having those flybys. I wish they would just, I need to figure out how to get those to disappear. Anyways, so this is the design that they came out with. So I guess he's having issues. He's logging in and logging off all the time. Yeah, not much different from the Montgomery and Omega class. The deflector dish is pretty much the same. So, oh, I wanted to show you Helios. I really wish they would get rid of this as well. I think it might be something that they just didn't think about after, because you can buy the bundle and then you can buy them separately or whatever. So yeah, see if you can see it there. It's got kind of like squiggly lines everywhere. So I mean, that's kind of neat. So when you see it reflecting off the sunlight or whatever, you can see this kind of neat pattern here. So there's that. Now let's see here, make sure I have the right ship equipped. I do. So here's my loadout. I don't know if I should be going this route with anti-proton, but I figured why not? Let's just go with it. So anti-proton dual heavy cannons Mark 11. I got accuracy and critical hit, and this goes against Borg. I don't know if that actually does damage to the Borg. Like, it's supposed to do 7.5% chance 1,000 radiation damage versus Borg NPCs. I don't know if that actually happens, to be honest. I got my rapid reload transphasic torpedo launcher, dual anti-proton beam bank. Again, this is supposed to do damage against the Borg. So here is the Solanae dual heavy proton cannon. This is proton, the other one is anti-proton. So I don't even think they really have proton weapons out. If they do, please let me know, because that would be kind of neat to get. It says cannot unequip, only active in tactical mode. So this is pretty much like the patrol escort refit with the tail gun, the fused tail gun. The tail gun's fused to the back. This is fused to this particular ship as well. So it does 424.3 proton damage, 282.9 damage per second, minus 6 weapon power when firing other weapons, and to target 25% chance on critical, 339.5 proton damage, ignores shields versus the Voth. To target 25% chance on critical, 169.7 proton damage, ignores shields versus non-Voth. So you get some chances to do some extra damage. You get plus 4% critical chance and plus 10% accuracy. So not too bad there. Now here's I'm gonna get to this stuff in a moment because this is a 4-piece set. I'm pretty sure I've gone over this already, but I'm gonna go over it again because it's been a while. I got an anti-proton turret for the 360-degree firing. I added the cutting beam, which does kinetic damage, does damage times 3, and then I have the omnidirectional anti-proton beam array. So I believe this is a 360-degree arc type weapon. So it does 230.3 proton damage, 184.3 DPS, 20% plus 20 crit severity bonus, plus 10% accuracy. This one does come with a bonus set. If I have this, the Subspace Riftwork Core, which I usually use, excuse me, but because this is a Solanae, the other bonus, you need the overcharged warp core, and then plus 10% accuracy. For devices, I got weapons battery, shield battery, subspace field modulator. Engineering consoles, I have the neutronium alloys. For science, I have the field generators, and then I have a mix of anti-proton, both purple and blue. So Mark 11s and Mark 10s. So here is the consoles. This particular ship comes with this console right here. This is the shield inversion projector. So what it does is drains shields 180-degree targeting arc, 1,682.8 proton damage, 50% shield penetration, minus 666.3 to all shields. Increase damage to shields from all energy types by 15% for 15 seconds. 63.7 shield regeneration applied once to each facing to allies within 5 kilometers of target. And then this console does the protonic shield matrix. Applies 2,869.5 points of damage absorption every 2 seconds for 20 seconds. Each application is placed every 2 seconds. I don't know what that means, to be honest. I'm not an expert on what these consoles are or what they do. So, and then I have the proton destabilizer module. So chain proton beam damage, 180-degree targeting arc, to target 1,881.4 proton damage, 50% shield penetration per second for up to 10 seconds. Jump to random target within 10 kilometers and deals 929.4 proton, 50% shield penetration to second target in chain. Jumps to random target within 10 kilometers and deals 737.4 proton damage. Again, 50% shield penetration to third target in chain. Now, when you have all three equipped, you get a bonus, even if you have 2 of them equipped. There's this force set bonus. If you have the secondary deflector, it comes with the bonus. And you can only get the secondary deflector with the one through the culmination grind that you had to do. So if you have 2 of them, you get the Solanae Energy Lattice. Self improves proton damage by 17.5%. To self, plus 26.2 Starship Shield Systems improves your shield hit points. For 3, you get Proton Energy Matrix, Self, reduce cooldown time on Dyson Science Destroyer console powers by 1 minute. This affects destabilize proton beam, protonic shields, shielding, and shield inversion. So that's pretty good. So probably 3 minutes is down to 2 minutes. And then if you have all 4, excuse me, Self upgrades Dyson Science Destroyer console powers. So destabilized proton beam will deal its damage over time much more quickly. Protonic shields, activating this ability will also heal shields of allies within 5 kilometers. So that's really helpful for this is probably better on a science, but my science character isn't up to snuff. And I don't have all the right weapons and yada 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 stuff I really have to work on. But this is really good for even engineering. This would be good if you're not tanking and you're just helping people. This would probably be a good thing to have. Shield inversion, allies affected also receive shield hardness buff and shield heal over time. So again, another science or engineering type power that is probably beneficial if you're one of those healer type or assisting your fellow players out. So that'd be good for PvE or even PvP. So anyways, so that's my build. So I'm going to shoot up to my ship and actually, you know what? I'm going to show you, because this ship comes with its own bridge. So let's go up and see the bridge. So this is the bridge of the Solanae Dyson ship. Doesn't really look much like a bridge. You know, it just looks like parts of the ship that are here. So you can do contact duty officers here. You get a hologram of the current ship, which is the Dyson Sphere. You can talk to her and you can change your ship or go to your shuttle. Over here you can access your bank accounts and stuff like that. Very nice. This is kind of cool. The seat pops right up like that, and it goes down when you walk away. That's kind of cool. I like that. That's really neat. And then everything pops up. Ooh, I really got turn down the bloom on these. So there's that. When we walk up, platforms raise, and oh look. Now I don't know if this is supposed to be the captain's chair or not. Access library files. I guess this is the captain's chair. It would look like a captain's chair almost. But yeah, the bridge design is a little weird. I don't know if you can go out these doors. Let's see here. Yeah, no, you're locked on the bridge. There is nowhere else for you to go. That's kind of silly. You can't explore this ship. So, anyways, so that's it for the bridge. So let's just let's leave the ship here. There we go. So I'm going to just hop up into space there, and I'm going to pause the video so I can get my my BOF or my power tray sorted out. So I will see you shortly with and then we'll get into some trouble. So I forgot to go over the deflectors and impulse and whatnot. So here's the Solanae deflector array. So this comes with all these ships here. So you get a plus 1 point, I think that's 6% accuracy, 35 plus 35 starship's structural integrity, plus 35 starship power insulators, and 35% Starship Particle Generator. So this is really good for a science, obviously. Or, yeah, I'm going to say science, more or less for science. Here's the Solanae secondary deflector. So, like I said, this is the only you got this with the original Solanae Science Destroyer through the culmination marks that you got. So you get plus 11.4 Starship shield system. So, and then you get 11.4 Starship flow capacitors, 11.4 Starship shield emitters. So this is really good to keep your shields up and whatnot. Major shield siphon applies to tachyon beam, charged particle burst, energy siphon, tachyon's rift, and viral matrix. Again, this is really for a science class person. To foes minus 70.4%, or sorry, 0.4 all shields, each pulse 4 pulse max. Self 70.4 all shield, each pulse 4 pulses max. For the impulse, you get plus 17.8 flight speed, plus 0.49 flight turn rate, 0 weapon power settings. So I don't know if that. Let's see here. Let's see if that changes in tactical mode. No, that doesn't change in tactical mode. Weapon power settings, plus 2.5 auxiliary power settings. There's a star says power bonuses increase at low power when hit by directed energy attacks. You have a 25% chance to gain plus 3.5% turn rate and plus 0.52 flight speed for 15 seconds. This effect stacks up to 5 times. Thrusters 25% speed when engines are disabled. Full impulse all powered engines plus 110.2 flight speed diverts all powered engines. Then we have the Solanae overcharged warp core. You get plus 5 additional auxiliary power, plus 5 maximum auxiliary power, maximum warp factor 10. That kind of sucks. Plus 17.5 Starship subspace repair. Adds 7.5% of your weapon power to your auxiliary power as a bonus. Let's see here. Let's just undo that. Self-teleport, instantly move approximately 2 light years forward, only usable in sector space. This I completely disagree with. It should be used when you're in battle, because that would make sense. You should be able to use it. And you know what? You should be able to use it almost anywhere. But you get the battery capacitor, auxiliary power buff, repairs disabled auxiliary systems, plus 15 auxiliary power settings for 10 seconds. Excuse me, guys. Then you get the Solanae Resilient Shield Array. You get 9,097 maximum shield capacity, which is pretty high. That's really, really high up there. 5% absorption, 5% bleed through, 252.7 shield regeneration every 6 seconds. Reduces all energy damage to shields by 10% when hit by directed energy attacks. You have a 1% chance to reflect 33% of that damage back at the attacker. This effect cannot be triggered more than once every 2 seconds. So that's pretty cool. Imagine you getting 1% chance every time you're getting hit. You're doing a lot of damage. And because all 4 are on, I get a 4-piece bonus. So if I have 2, I get these cylindrical shield conduits, plus 3.1 shield power settings, and plus 1.2 shield power settings. Bonus increases at low power. You get the Structural Integrity Leech. Grants all of your energy weapons attack a 2.5% chance to repair your hull for 100% of the damage they deal. That is pretty cool. May only trigger once per second. Maximum 1020.4 hull restored. Minimum 255.1 hull restored. So that's not too bad. Just, hull repaired is hull repaired. Especially in a pinch when you need it, and you get that 2.5% chance, and it kicks in, and you got your shields not back, but you get, or your hull, you don't get completely back, but at least you get a good portion, enough to keep you in the game at least. And then set 4 is Advanced Metaphasic Shield. This is an actual power that you can get. It says 15 max. I don't understand those. You targets yourself 0.5 second activate, 3-minute recharge rate, which sucks. Excuse me, guys. Outgoing damage reduced by 20%, flight speed and turn rate reduced by 50% of current. Plus 600 all damage bonus resistant rating, plus 15 shield power settings. Converts 50% of incoming energy damage into shield restoration immunity to teleport. So that's really handy, especially with the Borg. They love to beam over to your ship. So that is awesome to have. There we go. So I got my power tray all set up, and they gave me this kind of neat little thing. I wonder if I can put those in here. No. So one thing I did skip. I thought these things were the sensor analysis. That's not the case. This is the sensor analysis. So on full, plus 5% bonus damage and power drain per attack on ally, plus 5% bonus healing on targeted ally per attack. Defoes 50% reduction to all incoming heals when debuff reaches 6 stacks, and this disables cloaking while active. So if you're cloaked, that's gonna deactivate it. Just so you guys are aware. Anyways, let's see what kind of trouble that we can get into today. Alright, let's see what kind of trouble we can get into today. Oops. Maybe we'll be able to get to do some... No. Jeez. I really don't want to do that one. Well, I probably should do that one, because keep on doing the other one. So I have it set so that I have more weapon power than shield and speed, or even a balance. So we'll see how it plays out. If I need more shielding, then I'll just throw on the shields, and hopefully that'll give us a bit of a edge in defense wise. Alright, here we go. Oops. I think someone's been really working on their build. Alright, let's switch to tactical mode here. Ooh, that hurt. Alright, let's take care of these spheres, shall we? Come on. There we go. We are just zooming through this. This is awesome. So I just used the enhanced disable on proton beam. So that just probably went around and started knocking some heads there. Oh. Do not attack that. Do not attack that. I do not need to... Right. Can't use that because I'm in tactical mode, not in science mode. Keep forgetting. Oh, shit! That's not good. Please tell me I didn't aggro the Borg cube right now. Alright, let's use this guy. So the enhanced protonic shield gives me a bonus shield. That's pretty cool. Wow, that was really, really quick. That was incredibly quick. We did very, very well on that one. So this has been my review on the Dyson Science Destroyer ship. I hope it was much, much better than my very first one. I think it was. Just to end it on a good note here, let's go from regular mode into tactical mode and see if we can do it the opposite way. So there we go. There's the proton cannons popping out there, and then there they go. They go back, and that's probably why it has the layered look, is so that these pieces can slide in and out. Kind of cool. So that's been my review. It's a really great ship, especially if you have probably all three. I didn't use all three consoles. I didn't have to. I didn't need to. You know, someone in the pug group here was just absolutely awesome. They took everything out pretty much. They could have done it solo and probably won the whole entire thing. But anyways, so this has been my review. I hope you enjoyed it, because I enjoyed making this one a lot better than my very first one, to be honest. Anyways, so that's it. Live long and prosper. We'll see you out there, and as always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please click on the like button. Also, please comment and share this video as well. If you'd like to watch more upcoming videos, please click on the subscribe button for more. Thank you, and as always, live long and prosper.